Hey everyone, and welcome to Darkson Gaming. My name is Chris, and in today's video we are jumping back into Ibis Paint X, and we are going to take a look at how to be able to create text if you're trying to use it on just a canvas in general that you're trying to make, or maybe you're trying to make a thumbnail or a banner for YouTube. So this will be able to help you out with that. So the very first thing that we're going to do is we're going to take a look down here at the bottom, and the second tool down on the bottom right there is going to be able to bring up all your different tools, and you'll see in the second column, the fifth one down, it says text. So we'll go ahead and select that, and you'll have the T down at the bottom there, and we'll just go ahead and click anywhere on the canvas, and it just says add text. So then when you click it one more time, you'll see the text box come up. Now I'll just kind of come over here and zoom out just a little bit so you can see the canvas better. And I do have some preloaded settings, but we'll go through and play with everything. But if I put down here in my text and actually just type out something, we're going to type out Darkson Gaming, and go ahead and hit the little green check mark that's there. Now you'll see where mine's kind of off a little bit, so we'll just drag it to the center, and that's just the simple text right there. Now let's say we want to actually completely change the size of this text. We can move over to the size, which is the AA button, and you'll be able to see there right now I'm currently at 80. Now there's two different ways. We can use the minus sign to shrink it, or the plus sign to increase it, or you can simply slide it across to really make it whatever size you want from that standpoint. So what we're going to do is we're just going to move right back over here. We're going to get it at 80, and that's all you can do right there on the size style. Now when you're right next to it, you're going to see styles. Now from here you can actually change the text color or even the stroke on it. Now what the text color is there is, you'll see I can change just simply the text. I'm just picking a whole bunch of different colors here, and you'll see that text is completely changing whatever it is. So we're going to go back to black, and then if you look at the stroke, now I'm going to zoom in a little bit here. The stroke is actually that outside border that is there. So the stroke, again, can be changed to whatever color you want. You can make it however you see fit. Now, one thing to mention here is I'm going to change it to orange, and you'll see that it disappears. I'm going to show you something a little bit later of why that can be a problem, but as of right now, we'll just go ahead and switch that back to being white. Now, if I wanted to, I can actually change the thickness of that stroke or the border around the letters. So I can, again, same thing, plus or minus, and you can change the stroke width. See how it goes, gets thinner and thinner there, or I can make it to where it's getting thicker. Completely depends upon how you want it to be set up. So from here, we're just actually going to go right back to 10, leave it set up to that point. Next thing we're going to do, I'm going to zoom out just a little bit here, is I'm going to show you guys the background. Now when you're in the background, this is going to be the change in the color of the background, however it might be. All kinds of different colors there, as you can see. Just change it however you want. We're actually just going to go right back to the orange there. Now the other thing that you can do is, let's say you wanted to change on a palette wheel. You could change that this way, going right around however you want to on that palette wheel. You can also turn around and alter it even further from there, make it maybe more transparent, or you can actually turn around and just add some of the different colors to it. So there's all kinds of different ways you can really play around to make it very custom for you. So here we are with this. Now we can also change the width of the background by shrinking it in, or we can expand it out depending upon however you want. We can also change the height of it, again, depending upon however you want to see fit, that you want to have it created. We can go ahead and do that. Now, spacing, as you'll notice, I actually chose the next level spacing. You'll see sample that comes through there. That will go away once you check mark it, and everything is fine there. It'll just go away. Now, we're out of it, so we're actually going to have to hit that little pencil that's there to go right back into it, readjust. We'll go back to spacing, and I'll show you guys a little bit more here. The spacing, you can actually change how far apart the space is between each of the letters, and then you can also change the height when it comes down to it. So what I'll do here is actually go back to my text. I'm just going to show you real quick. I'm going to just return down to separate that. And then from here, go to my spacing, I'm going to change the height, as you can see there. So there's all kinds of different things you can do with that. So we'll go back here to the text, just kind of get this set there. All right. Now, one thing I'm going to show you, in addition to changing the size there, is if you see the little double arrow, you can also change the size of the box that way. Kind of expands it out. Plus, you can control the degrees. Right now, I'm at a 90-degree angle. I can change it to be at 0. I can actually have it go all the way through to the other 90, just straight across 360 degrees, however we want to have it. But it does kind of change once you hit that 180 mark. If you notice, I'm at 180, negative 180, and then I start turning around again. So we'll just go right back down here to 90. Now, sometimes that is a little temperamental. As you can see, I went down to 89, so I just have to kind of release it, and sometimes it's a little hard to get it set up, but we'll stay at 90 there. Now, since I'm actually in the text section, I'm going to show you how we can actually change some of the font. So I'm going to wait just a second to show you how to change the font. But right here, you can actually change the centering, right to left to center, however it might be. You can choose it to be vertical or horizontal. So pretty simple there. In addition, you can just simply delete it, or you can change the order by overlapping some of your text, because maybe you might have additional text that's here and you're going to try to adjust some different things on that standpoint. But going back to the font, we're actually going to hit font here, and you have all these different types of fonts that you can choose from. I actually have 1,084 fonts that are set up in here. Now, when you go through here, you're going to see all these different fonts. You can also save some of these underneath your favorites, as you can see here. And then when you're actually scrolling down here, you'll kind of see another section that is preloaded with additional fonts. You can go through and actually download any of these here. Now, just to kind of show you, I already had this one here selected, just to kind of show you how the font completely changes. See? Everything's going to be completely changed right from that standpoint. So right away, we can go through, we can alter it however we want, changing anything. I'm going to go back here to just simply change the lettering again, so it's pretty different on that standpoint. And from here, we can go ahead and I'm going to show you how we can actually add additional fonts pretty easily. You'll see the plus sign that's right there. If you actually just go ahead and click that plus sign, it's going to take you straight to Google. And from here, you can just go ahead and download from whatever website maybe that you like to use or anything else like that. I actually like to use the font download fonts. So here we'll just go ahead and click that, and you can select anything here, or you can even zoom in and do a search if there's a particular type of search that you want. So all you have to do is go through, and we'll do this Fun Bites one. You'll see where it says download. All we have to do is click, and there you can see downloading right there. Fonts are uploaded, they've been installed. You just hit OK. Close this out, and you can see right there is my Fun Bites. So we'll go ahead and take that. And there's my new font. That simple. Very easy to do. Now, there's a couple different things that can happen here that you're going to want to do is you can create your backgrounds and do everything like that. I sometimes will have trouble trying to get my font to really look right. So what I actually will do from here is go ahead and save this. And I'm actually going to go to back out. But first, I'm going to save it as a transparent PNG. So that way it's saved within my photos. And I'm actually going to take and alter this onto one of my other canvases that I already have created. Now this right here obviously looks familiar. This is going to be my overlay that I use in OBS systems. So right here we're actually going to go through. I'm just going to edit this, and I'm going to go to my layers, and I'm just going to hit add. Now from here you can actually see where I just immediately grab that. There it is. Okay. Now, what I can do in order to take away that orange border, and let's say I just wanted to have it from there, we're just going to go ahead and give us our check mark. Just like any other picture, you could have altered it from that standpoint any way you want. Now, I'm actually able to go and I'm going to choose my bucket, which is already there. But then also go to change my eraser. Just simply zoom in and click. It's gone. Everything there is zoomed, and then I'll actually zoom in here. Sometimes I have to give some additional touch-ups because maybe something didn't get completely deleted out. But that's it. Very simple. If there is something that you wanted to go ahead and change from this standpoint, we can actually just go to our bucket. Let's say I wanted to actually make that blue. We're going to take our color, add blue, just simply tap the black lettering, and there we go. All the way across. Now, let's say I wanted to change that white stroke at this point, and I actually wanted to make that black. Same thing, I can just go through here, and as you can see, anything that's touching will actually get colored in. Whoops, see, now I made a mistake there, and I can actually back out, change that up. Made the same mistake there, just not touching. Get a little closer, and there we go. Again, sometimes you have to get in close in order to get some of these. And this, I'm not used to this font here, so that's part of what I'm seeing there. But there you go, you've got a completely different look on that standpoint. So again, kind of give you a quick couple ideas on how you would want that. Now let's say I wanted to have, as you maybe have seen in some of my other, go back to my gallery here, you'll notice here maybe where I separated using from the Ibis Paint, that's actually two separate pictures that I had downloaded. So same thing on this. If I want to go back in, I'm going to edit, I'm going to add picture layer. There it is. Same thing that I want to go through and do, hit my green check mark, cancel out there. Get the eraser bucket, done. And then I can adjust that however I need to through the layers by hitting the cross moving section, and I can move it any way I see fit. At the same time, I can just go through, hit check mark, want to delete those two things off that I just created. They're gone. That's it. So hopefully this gives you a pretty good idea of how you can actually use text and be able to alter it and adjust it however you need to be able to add different effects or make it look differently. As you can see there, same thing as what I talked about before. I've got welcome, I've got Darkson Gaming down at the bottom, along with the picture there in the front. So that gives you a pretty good idea on how that goes through and gets completed. So hopefully this was informational for you. I hope you guys really liked it. If you haven't done so, please make sure you guys are hitting that subscribe button and give me a thumbs up if you liked this video. And also, please let me know in the comments if there's any other information that you guys want to know about on Ibis Paint and what things maybe I can go ahead and explain on some of the different tools. But that's today's video. Thank you very much, and we'll talk to you guys later.